and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Art with Mrs. Beaufeaux. Today we're going to be working on a project utilizing the idea of bubble letters, and we're going to do a quick review on the different line styles that we learned at the beginning of the year. I'm pretty excited to get started. This is what my project looked like in the end. What's this word? It's D-E-L-I-L-A-H. That's the name of the littlest Beaufeaux girl, Delilah. Oh man, look at this mess. These are the materials we're going to be utilizing today. I've got a whiteboard, dry erase marker, eraser, pencil, permanent markers, and crayons. Now that we've got everything gathered, let's talk about bubble letters. Bubble letters can be defined as a style of lettering in art where the outside of a letter is defined by lines and the inside is left blank, filled with color or a pattern. They can seem really daunting at first on drawing them, but I've got some really easy hacks for you. So let's get started. With our whiteboard and our dry erase marker, I'm just gonna write my name, Becca, B-E-K-K-A. To create the bubble letters, all we're gonna do is outline what I've just drawn. I'm using a purple marker just to show you the difference as we get going here. And I wanna show you that I'm just taking my time, not going too fast, not going too slow. This is my practice, just to remember that bubble letters are simply the outside of the letter. The outside of the letter. So here I go with my last one, my A. Don't forget those little spots on the inside. Now we're going to erase the black part, which is the first letter that I drew. And I'm just, because I'm on a dry erase board, all I'm doing is I wrapped my finger in a piece of paper towel and I'm going to erase it. And then what's left behind are bubble letters. Now that we've had a chance to practice, we're going to start with our piece of project paper. Name, date, and class goes on the back, so I know whose is whose. Okay, so now I'm just gonna write a different name. I chose Delilah. I'm gonna erase that inside part, and look, what's left behind are my bubble letters. Let's quickly review some different line styles that we learned from Larry the Line earlier this year. These are pretty simple lines. We've got straight, zigzag, wavy, loop-de-loop. Here's our implied line. We've got our sharks, na-na-na-na-na-na. And then we have castle, over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over. Today we're also talking about Zentangles. This is how we're going to fill our bubble letters on our nameplate today. A Zentangle is defined as a form of meditative doodling that has patterns or tangles put together. Little to no shading is present. Most of the time, Zentangles are black and white. If you are daunted by these Zentangles, just think about those different lines that Larry the Line has taught us about, and you can include those different lines in each of your bubble letters today. Okay, I did a time-lapse video to show you just the simple line ideas that I included inside each of the letters of the name. Here are some other ideas that different students from different schools have put together for their Zentangle nameplates. I'm going over all of my pencil marks with permanent marker, but you can use regular markers for this step too. This is just what I had handy at my desk. As you can see, I'm taking my time, and this is what it turned out like. You can still see a lot of little pencil marks. So what am I going to do? I'm going to use my handy dandy eraser and erase over all of those marks. Next, I'm going to color over the letters in crayons. Oh, that crayon had too much stuff on it, so I took off the coating. And you can see now I'm working on the background. I decided to do just a diagonal little rainbow here. And that's what my project looked like in the end. This has been Art with Mrs. Beaufeaux. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon.